and welcome to another segment of Possibilities with Esther. I am Esther James, bringing to you this motivational program which is specially designed to channel your mindset into the possibilities of life. And we come to your TV every day like this and time like this, all the way from Turkey, Ankara studio. And today I will be having a special guest who is a young, active, vibrant leader in a university that we had some interviews with on this TV station as my university, Med2 University. But today we are not going to talk about the university or where he's studying, but we're going to talk about his mindset as a leader. And for those of you who have been following us on this program, please do not forget to be following us also on our social media. You can connect with me on Instagram, which is at PristyJ16, and you can also contact the NTR TV social media platform. So let's get into it. I would love to introduce to you our young, vibrant, handsome, creative mindset, Mr. ESTHER Delije.
Hello.
Welcome to Possibilities with Esther. I know you, I've met with you, I have seen your works, I've seen your leadership, but can you tell our viewers more about you?
Thank you very much. My name is ESTHER Delije. I was born in here, Ankara, in 1999. And I studied university in 2016 in the architecture department. And ever since, I've had a really active life. I aim to do lots of things at once. So I have many hobbies like playing guitar, playing the drums, going to countries for projects. I'm doing Aikido, yoga, and I'm in a part of a debating club in Met2 as well. And I'm also in the ESN, which we'll be talking about later. So I'm trying to do everything at once and try not to miss out on life.
I love that part, miss out on life.
I'm trying not to.
When you talk about miss out on life, for example, you say Kiado. What was that?
So Aikido is like Far Eastern martial art, but it's more like a defense art in which you are redirecting your opponent's energy into himself. And it's for defending yourself, but also it has a deep philosophy in means of understanding yourself, understanding the person across you, seizing the person and raising awareness. So typical to many Far Eastern practices, it has philosophies, but it's physical at the same time.
Wow. You know, when we met at the program which you invited me to speak on the motivational, by the way, thank you so much. I had a very great experience with the students, and I really got attracted to your energy. Like, because I saw these students from different countries, and then you try to bring them together. Now, coming to that, you're a Turkish, right?
Yes.
What part of Turkey are you from?
My father's from Ordu and my mother's from Yozgat. I have not been to Ordu and I have been to Yozgat a few times. So when people ask me that, I tell them I'm from Ankara because it's what I've seen and what I was raised into. So I can say Ankara.
And your English, you speak very good English. Reason why? Because Turkey, we all know that they speak Turkish language. This means that the local Turks have to learn Turkish very well. So at what age did you begin to learn Turkish, and how did you come about it so fluently like this?
Well, thank you very much, first of all. Learning English was quite a journey for me because, first of all, my main motivation behind it was to be able to communicate. I love communicating with different people. I love trying to get to know them. So when I was like in my 7th or 8th grade, I was always trying to meet with new people, foreigner people, to talk, to express myself and to understand their situation because of curiosity. And luckily, I have had so wonderful teachers at high school, which were so helpful towards me. And to their recommendation, I've also learned another thing to improve English. It is to watch English TV shows with English subtitles. So, you know the popular show Friends? I have seen it with English subtitles with all 10 seasons, and by the end of that, I became so much improved. Because listening to people who speak English and speaking it yourself, trying to speak, trying to communicate, really improves your communication skills in any language.
You know, NTR TV has a program called I Am Learning Turkish. And some people if you, like for example, let me use myself as an example. I have been living in Turkey for like 6-7 years, but in my Turkish, I'm still struggling with it.
Yeah.
So like I imagine other people like you say, everybody's speaking Turkish. How do you expect me to speak English? And I was an English teacher. I was an English teacher here. And I've seen my students, some of them like, I don't need to learn English because I'm going to work. I'm going to stay here in Turkey. But I also have some students like you whom are pushing so hard to learn that. Were you one of those students who are really curious during your high school in learning English?
Definitely I was. In fact, I was like so enthusiastic that my teachers were kind of sick of me.
Like the student is coming again.
And they say, okay, maybe like you can give the floor to a friend of yours.
Yeah.
Because I would raise my hand for like every and each question. I would always volunteer for every project.
Yeah.
And it's nice at first, but once you block others from learning, it's not quite nice.
I think sometimes we need to be selfish in learning sometimes.
Definitely.
Like now it's of good advantage for you. Did you find it, were you aware that someday you're going to work with students, international students? Was it part of your passion or part of your vision, or you've always wanted as you're growing up?
Well, honestly, when I came to METU, I knew that it was an international university. Like different from many universities, it had a considerable amount of foreigner student population. So and the language of education is English. So I knew that like entering the campus, my life would have been oriented around English itself. But it wasn't long enough that I joined clubs that involved
international
students, indeed. So when I met them, when I learned that I can indeed communicate and direct them towards doing something, I have discovered that it could indeed be a fun, enjoyable path to do in university. Yeah.
And you met to university. What were you studying there? Are you a degree student, master's?
So I started in 2016 and I finished my bachelor's last year in 2021 from architecture. And now I'm a master's student.
Oh, that's nice. So much achievement at this period of age. Really, yeah, mashallah.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, so are you still, you're doing your master's architecture?
Yeah, definitely.
Masters. And also from your bio here, you have interest in entertainment, music. Tell me about that.
So when I was in 7th grade, I started playing drums, and it got really crazy because I learned that it's really fun. The idea behind playing drums is that you're doing 4 people's work. You're playing the snare drum, you're playing the kick, you're playing the bells. So it came to me as like an organization of a musical mindset. You have to be, when you're in the drummer's seat, you have to be 4 people at the same time. You have to separate your arms, separate your leg. They have to play different instruments, and you have to combine them in a harmonical manner. So that's when I thought that music was actually quite fun. In high school, I took my first very own guitar, and I started learning it. And I have learned that not only the rhythm, but also the melody brings quite a joy. And also, I've discovered that music is like a really enjoyable way to communicate your feelings with yourself and with the others.
And people around you.
Definitely. So that's why I chased it. Not because only it's fun, but also it is a means of expressing yourself.
Yeah, this is very great. I love music, though my voice is terrible at singing.
No, it's not.
I don't know how to play any of the instruments. Maybe I'm called for this to just talk on TV. And just motivate people where I can. So can you tell us more about Erasmus organization, which you happen to be one of the leaders? And can you tell our viewers more about it?
Sure. So, like many student communities, ESN is a short for Erasmus Student Network, and it is a student community in Matthew, but it's not only in Matthew. There are many branches of ESN in many countries, although it is more than 1,000 ESNs in 42 countries. So the main aim of ESN is to host Erasmus students, help them in their means of getting used to the country. Because when you're coming from abroad, you may face challenges. You're not speaking the same language. The system, the culture can be different. So us, the ESN members, are here to help those students to get used to the country and start a living. And we first help them. We assign those students a host student in order to do their bureaucratic work, their university work. And then once they're used to the university, we organize events such as gatherings, such as volleyball, such as like bowling, or more like movie seeing, sightseeing, or
motivation
trips.
Program.
Definitely motivation programs. Definitely. So our main deal is to make Erasmus students feel a bit more like home.
Wow, that's awesome. It sounds like a big, huge responsibilities. So how were you selected to be a leader? I know you already have this interest in meeting up people, communication, your English is good, and also in the entertainment segment. How did you become part of the leader in the ESN?
So, like many organizations, ESN requires some time into it. So when I first got selected to ESN, I applied as a member of communication committee, which is like basically preparing the flyers, preparing the Instagram posts and everything. It's all means of communicating. And I have worked there for 2 semesters, for a whole year. And then each year there are selections for board positions, which are the president, vice president, coordinators, managers, everything. So after my first year, I was selected as the social inclusion coordinator, which runs a committee that organizes events that are related with social inclusion matters. And I guess it takes time.
How is the experience for you?
Oh, it has been nothing but great.
Really? Tell me more about that.
So basically you're planning events with your committee, and you're involving students from many different cultures. So it's really creative. The floor is up to you. And you're also looking from a social inclusion perspective. So you feel like you're also helping a little bit to the sustainability issues. I'm only the coordinator of social inclusion, but we also have an event coordinator, which with her own committee designs and organizes other events, like, as I've told you, volleyball, bowling, movie night, something like that. And we also have communication manager who brings all these events together and informs the students about them. So we're working together as a community, as committees and leaders, and it has been great because we can be as creative as possible. We arrange dance workshops, we arrange movie-themed, like TV series themed events, and we can invite intellectuals like yourself. So it has been like a wonderful journey. It has been a great
experience. It's really sound like the way you explain it. You love what you're doing.
I do.
It's like it's not taking too much energy from you, but you enjoying the flow of meeting with them, the experiences and all that, which is so amazing. And we have come to the half program of this, and I'm so curious to hear another aspect of ESTHER, which is your mindset. So stay on with us. Hello viewers. So we have Time has gone so fast, huh? This is already half of the program from Possibilities, and so far it's been so amazing getting to hear from Mr. Essen, his experiences, his passion for meeting up with people and where he is. But do not go anywhere, because this is just the beginning, okay? We will be right back after the commercial break to go deep into his mindset. Let's go a bit personal. Stay tuned, don't go anywhere.